Hey nerds, welcome back. I have not done a video for a long time. I did train a bit whilst I was in Malta, which is where I was, by the way guys. I was in Malta. But it was the like nastiest, my first gym experience ever, so probably not going to show that unless, you know, there's massive call from it from my 4 viewers. This is my first week back from Malta, and it started off, obviously, this was like the beginning of my cycle. And what you're watching is, unbeknownst to me at the time, I am crippling myself here. I am crippling myself hardcore. So we start out with 4 sets of 3 reps at 102.5. No biggie. 102.5 should be smooth. Well, to be honest, it was more difficult than I would have liked, but never mind. And after that I do an AMRAP set, so basically another set of 102.5, but for as many reps as I can get without failing, of course. And I got 5 here, so that's good. Well, it's not really. I would have loved to have got, you know, 30, maybe 40 of them, but I didn't. I got 5, so that's substantially less than 40. In fact, it's, you know, it's 8 times less than I would have liked. So, because I definitely would have realistically gone for 40. Definitely. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, I crippled myself basically. After this workout on the Tuesday, I woke up and I went, this is weird. I feel as though I was in a car crash. I got out of bed at like 6 in the morning because I needed to get up for work, and I felt awful. And bearing in mind I have about an hour walk to the station when I go to work, so that was really fun, and it just got worse. And it got to a point where I'd get up from my chair, because I do a programming job, so I work at a desk obviously. I got up from my chair and needed to go to the toilet, and it took me about a minute to get off of the chair, and then I had to sort of, I don't know, sort of waddle to the toilet. Oh god, embarrassing. Yeah, it's so crippled. Anyway, this is bench press, obviously. But, oh yeah, so you're an alien, and welcome to the planet Earth, and this is bench press. Anyway, that was bench press. I did 3 reps for 4 sets, and then it's another AMRAP set. I got 6 out of it, so that's better than 5. If I were to say how much better than 5 it was, I'd say 1 better than 5. You could also say it's like, you know, 120% of the 5. You could do a few calculations just to show how much better 6 is than 5. But basically you have to take my word for it rather. My chest hurt a lot the next day as well, so it wasn't basically a lower body thing, it was also chest. But my upper body recovered a lot faster, which tells me maybe I'm destined to be upper body Superman. Maybe. If you think about how crippled my lower body was, and you know, my upper body recovered very quickly, I'm going to take that as a sign that I'm invincible when it comes to upper body work. This is some bodybuilding stuff, and this is exciting because now I do bodybuilding stuff. This is just obviously some dumbbell press, flat bench, and it's basically a range of 10 to 15 for 5 sets, and you have to do it every 60 seconds, so the most rest you get is 60 to 90 seconds rest. I kept it to a minute because that's very easy to time on the Apple Watch, and it felt really cool to be doing some sort of bodybuilding work. This was like the 3rd set or 4th set, so I was pretty much done. Maybe it was the last set. Anyway, this is chin grip, lat pull downs. That's always, well, I say that's always, that was interesting. This is the first time I've ever done it. That was the first time I've ever done dumbbell press as well, to be honest. So that was interesting. But yeah, doing this bodybuilding work, it's quite exciting, you know, getting the powerlifting stuff up front done, and then getting to focus on some sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. where I just get to focus on sides. That's exciting to me because I'm not an idiot. It's not like I want to be strong at any cost and not look good. I want to look good as well. I'm 22, for God's sake. Come on, guys, give me a break. After all of that on Monday, basically I went home. So that's what I did. I went home on that Monday after the gym. Weird. On this Wednesday now, we do some major volume on deadlifts. 9 reps for 4 sets. And that was what's like the opposite of fun. Awful. That was terrible. It was a nightmare. It wasn't that bad, but God, those volume deadlifts suck. Especially when like you just want to get it done, and so you're not giving yourself infinite rest. Well, infinite rest would be a bit much, but you know, like 5 minutes between sets. And then it's the AMRAP stuff again. So for the 5th set it's AMRAP, and I got 10, which when you consider I'm supposed to be getting 9, and I only got 1 more than that for the AMRAP. Not brilliant, not ideal, but you know, it's better than not getting any more than the normal sets. Also, this was my first time doing deadlifts with a belt, and it feels really odd. I didn't know what to expect with it, but yeah, it was an odd one. It didn't hurt necessarily, but it wasn't brilliant. It wasn't comfortable. So I've got to sort of figure out where to wear the belt, but you know, it was fine. And you know what was the most awkward thing about these deadlifts? The 97.5. I could have just whacked 2 20s on and called it 100, but my coach said 97.5, and who am I if not a sheep? And so obviously I did the 97.5, for as awkward as putting all the little small plates on it was. Now we're doing more bench press. So I do bench every day now. I haven't been able to do the Saturday work because, by the way guys, I'm crippled. Those deadlifts, by the way, how well did I do considering how crippled I was? Like, I'm still aching here with my upper body as well. It's easy to forget that because I'm so away from it now. It's a whole week after. This is like the next Friday. So I'm looking back on this and I'm totally forgetting just how awful I felt. So yeah, I'm proud of myself. This is a bench press. We kept this workout basically the same to sort of see, I don't know why. We didn't act on it fast enough because I'd only just got crippled, and because I didn't know how serious it was, so I hadn't really reported correctly to the coach just how bad I was feeling. So I went into this training session doing exactly as we'd outlined before I'd obviously injured myself. And so doing all of the weight that I should be doing was probably way more difficult than it was supposed to be. But I did it, so that's always a massive bonus. This was touch and go bench, by the way. And this is interesting. I've never done incline bench either. And it's really weird because it feels like you're pushing the barbell out. I don't know, like forward. Feels like it could fall forward, like defying gravity. I don't know how to explain it, but it was a really weird experience. And it sucked. Like, God, did it ache by the end of it, doing 15 reps on touch and go incline. I didn't get 15 for all the 5 sets. Just not, oh God, so tired. That's me timing it on my Apple Watch. And this is some face pulls. I don't know how to do face pulls, so this looks pretty pathetic looking back on it. But I don't know, it was a weird thing. I tried it. I didn't have to do face pulls this week actually, because like I said many times now, I crippled myself. So he completely revised the training for this week, and it was really light. So that sort of sucked, to be honest, because I obviously want to train heavy after all of this time, you know, building up to the meet, training quite light, building up to the meet, peaking, doing the meet, not getting to train properly at the meet, obviously, the mock meet this is, and then training at Malta. I didn't do very much in Malta. I trained twice whilst in Malta that week, and so then I come back and I cripple myself and I still don't get to train heavy. Major bummer, dudes, major bummer. But those are my pathetic attempt at crunches. I've done a lot of crunches. That's something I've done a lot of, but I don't know, it still looks so stupid when I do it. So by the Friday, which is what this day is, my coach had revised what I was supposed to be doing. So this was supposed to be a 9x4 day, so 9 reps and 4 sets of it on squat, but he totally revised it to just 3 reps and at a very light weight, and I went in and I thought, if I hit depth on this squat, that will be a major achievement, because my legs are hurting so much that to hit depth seems impossible right now. But I did it, so in a way I'm a master. My upper body was feeling fine, so we kept that programming the same. This is some paused bench work, and it's 9 reps, so this is just some big volume on the bench. And doing 9 reps is quite fun, to be honest, on the bench. I sort of like doing a lot of reps in a way. It makes me feel like, you know what, I'm not a complete lazy dude, because in the end you can feel like when you're just doing 3 reps and 1 rep and 5 reps at the most, you start to feel like, do I have any stamina whatsoever? So getting to do some volume work is pretty fun, and I totally nailed it. Not to brag, but it felt pretty smooth. I know it's super light, like 50 kilos is probably half of what a respectable powerlifter can get 9 reps for, but considering that, how can I excuse myself? Considering that I am half Martian, and Martian physiology is, you know, completely different when it comes to leverages. I'm actually the strongest guy from Mars, so, you know, not bragging or anything, but I'm actually sort of amazing. This is close grip feet up bench press. I've never done feet up bench anything, but that's obviously just to take the drive out, just to focus on the triceps, because this is the bodybuilding work again. And by the end of it, I was aching a lot. You'll see when I finish this, me and my brother quickly switching out, because we do quick switch outs. So we were probably getting less than 60 seconds rest, but to be honest, we were getting however long it took to do a set, which seems to be about 45 seconds. So yeah, anyway, this is just some incline dumbbell, and after this, what did I do? I don't know, but this is just some obviously more bicep bodybuilding work, and I'm going super light because I thought, what could I maybe get 5 sets of 15 for? And I thought, well, on 12 kilos, I sort of struggle to get 15. So if I want to get 5 sets of 15, maybe I have to go lighter than that, and I did. And look at me, I'm exhausted. I didn't get all 15 actually. Like very quickly, I started dropping. I think I only got 15 for the first set, and then it was like 12, 11, 10, 1. And this is leg curl, which maybe I shouldn't have done, to be honest, because my lower body was killing me. But it's super light stuff, so it probably didn't hurt. Anyway, that was my first week back, and it was disappointing in the sense I've crippled myself, and next week's going to be even more disappointing. But hey, let's look forward to it, you guys.
Bunches and bunches, punches is thrown into your frontless.